Okay, my name's Tom Maguire. I'm a personal development coach. I'm absolutely obsessed with personal development and success, and I want to talk to you about why Paul Jarvis's Company of One is probably one of the most important business books that you'll read this year. So this book is absolutely superb. It came out in March this year. It's not particularly well known. It's got a good few reviews on Audible. I've just finished listening to it on Audible. I'm going to get the hard copy as well because I like to have the hard copy of a good book. The narration is really good. It's really easy to listen to. I didn't lose interest at any point whatsoever. Some of the points he makes are so important. It's really worth giving it a go. I will just give it a little bit of an overview, sort of things you can expect, but I don't want to put any sort of spoilers in there. I don't want to ruin the book for anyone. So basically, the sort of gist of this is, if you are entrepreneurial anyway, if you're thinking of starting your business, if you've got a business and maybe you're in the early stages, or even if you've got a business you're in the later stages, the message is don't be too obsessed about growth. Don't be obsessed with getting bigger and taking on more people and making as much money as possible all the time, because there's a real risk that you'll lose quality, and if you lose quality, that can be absolutely disastrous. So the message is very much, have a think about what it is you actually want to achieve before you start your business, particularly. That's the best time to sort of think about it. Have a think about what it is that you want to achieve. What sort of person are you? Are you someone who's as obsessed with money as you think you are, or are you actually someone who would be happy having a decent amount of money, having financial freedom, but having a decent work lifestyle balance, so that you're able to see your family, spend time with your friends, do the things that you enjoy, keep fit and healthy, and lead a decent, fulfilling life? What sort of person are you? Or are you just a sort of psycho who wants to make hundreds of millions of pounds and that's all you care about? If that's all you care about, then fair enough. I'm sure you'll do it. I'm sure no one will stop you, because that's fine. If you've got that attitude, I'm sure you'll achieve it. But this book is really, really important in kind of just giving you that motivation, that inspiration to look at what it is you want. Look at some of the companies who have been really successful, keeping to a company of one, so that they're in charge of their own destiny. They can keep quality as high as possible. They can look after the customers they've got. They can give their customers special treatment, so their customers stay with them for the long term, stay with them for good. They recommend them to their friends. They recommend them to other people. They do your marketing for you. They respect you, they look up to you, they admire you because of the sort of honest person you are. Your marketing is basically through teaching people for free, so putting information out there, blogging, videoing, whatever it is, just getting that information out to your customers, building that trust. It's stuff that we've talked about in other books, like things like You Ask, You Answer. That's a fantastic book. I've done a review on that one. It was quite a short review I did on that one, but I'll probably do a better one at some point. Story Brand by Donald Miller, I think it is. That's another really good one for that sort of thing. So there's a lot of this information out there already, but somehow this book just really puts it in a really nice way. It's really interesting. Like I say, the narration is just the right kind of level of energy, really easy to listen to. It just keeps it really interesting, gives some really good stories. He talks about some stories, some of the things that he's done in his own business, where he is, how he got there. Talks about a really, really interesting place in Japan that I'd never heard of before. It's a hotel that's been apparently in business for 1,300 years now, which sounds absolutely amazing. I'd absolutely love to visit it. I've got a friend in Japan. I'm going to have to get in touch with him and see whether he's been there or not, because it sounds absolutely superb. And they've been in business. They've had like 50 generations kind of running the place. And they've never grown. They've just kept it small. They've just kept the quality absolutely superb. I think their main attraction there is they've got baths that are basically alkaline water that are heated completely naturally. They're not treated. There's no electricity to treat them. There's no Wi-Fi there. But people keep going back there because the quality of the service is so superb. There's no greed the way they've been, they've kept it the right size. And they've just had that success. And so many stories of companies that have been obsessed with growth. They've taken too much on. They've taken on more staff and more responsibility. And you just end up just losing that quality. You can't expect people who work for you to always have your best interests at heart. And he talks about the fact that everyone is a company of one. Even if you're employed by someone, you're the only person who has your best interests at heart the whole time. So your business, your career, you need to think of yourself as a company of one, and looking after yourself and doing the best you can for quality for yourself, for your own image as well. So such a good book. It does go against the grain. The reason it's so important, I think, is because there's so much advice out there in terms of grow your business, scale up as quickly as you can, get as big as possible, make as much money, become a monopoly, all this sort of stuff, dominate, do this, do that. Well, actually, being small doesn't mean you're necessarily vulnerable. If you've got a core of customers who are passionate about what you do, who absolutely love what you do, then you can stay pretty strong, you can stay pretty steady for a long time. He talks about, the fact that the average company in America lasts only 15 years, and I should imagine it's pretty similar in the UK. Can't imagine there's a lot of difference there. So people say too big not to fail, but actually there's quite often so big that things will fail as well. So and being small doesn't necessarily mean that you're weak, like I say. So it's about getting that mindset, working out what it is you want. What is it you're really interested in? Where is it that your skill base lies? How can you hone those skills? And also, when you're marketing and you're giving that free information out to people, you're testing stuff all the time, you're learning, you're getting feedback, you're improving, you're honing those skills, you're becoming better all the time at what it is you do. And so company of one, Paul Jarvis, not particularly well known, but absolutely superb. Definitely one I'll be recommending to people when I'm coaching them around with their business. I'm really passionate about personal development. Like I said, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I read books all the time. I read at least a book a week, and I put reviews on YouTube at least once a week, if not twice a week. So please feel free to give me a like and subscribe. My videos are pretty basic. YouTube's fairly new to me, as you can probably tell, but I really enjoy getting that information out there. And I really enjoy talking about the books. It kind of like solidifies it in my mind as well, so it does me good as well doing it, basically. So thanks for listening, and hope you enjoy Company of One by Paul Jarvis. Fantastic book.